I'm interested to know who's late to things and who shows up early. Me personally, I'm shamefully a late person. And I say shamefully because, like, I wish I wasn't. Because I kind of envy folk that show up to stuff and are there always on time or early. But that's not me. Unless it's unless it's something like I actually need to be there on time for, like it's something really important, then I'm obviously going to be there on time. But rarely am I that early, and I think mostly it's because I try and squeeze every bit of time. Like I try and squeeze the most out of every bit of time, which is silly because it's probably counterproductive. But say, for instance, I've got something on in half an hour. Like instead of going and getting there half an hour early, I'll I'll just find something to do for half an hour, and then I'll either be there on time or be there slightly late because the things that I try and squeeze in half an hour, I'll take me like 45 minutes. And I think that's why I always feel stressed because I'm always like rushing. I always feel like I'm rushing from place to place or from thing to thing. And I think that's what makes me stressed. Whereas if I just showed up in time and been a bit more like, I don't know, I guess respectful, because it is disrespectful to show up to something late, especially if somebody's expecting you there for a certain time. And I didn't quite realise it before, but my wife explained it to me, like, if she's been in with the kids all day and it's super stressful, like Ken, she's just had like, she's just got no energy left. She's what's the word I'm looking for? She's overstimulated. And I say I'll be home at 5, and then I'm not home till like 6. She's like expecting me at 5, so you're almost preparing for. She's almost preparing to get a bit of a breather and just like get away from the screaming and the busyness of kids for a short period. And when I show up an hour late, then it's, mentally that's tough. It's the same way, like if you do a workout, I used to do it in CrossFit all the time, where you would do whatever 5 rounds of some workout, and on the last round you'd be preparing to finish, and then the coach would say, "Look, no, we're going to do one more." Like mentally, that's such a test for you. Like you really need to like be in the right mind frame to deal with that. But so I get why it's difficult and super disrespectful if folk are waiting on you to keep them waiting. Like it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't bother me too much if folk are late. It depends what it's for. If it's something important, then then it obviously matters. I care, but most things aren't that important, so I don't really care too much. But I know that a lot of folk do, and I wish. I mean, I say I wish I can just change. I can change. So it's stupid me saying I wish that I was an early person when I can literally just change my habits and be an early person. I think it's just how my brain's wired. And I feel like I say that, it sounds like an excuse, but it's no, it's just everybody has like their default patterns, and the way they navigate through life. And I think if you can notice the things, then you can either change them, or if you can't change them, manage them in a way that works for you and for everybody. So, this is probably stupid. They probably can't even see me right now because it's getting so dark. There's no lights out here. But fuck it. Might just be a dark shot and you can listen to it. I'm so intrigued about this video on YouTube that's well outperformed more than all the other ones. And it's definitely the topic. I ran it through ChatGPT and asked them like why this video's done well, considering it's the same thumbnail, it's the same title, kind of it's all the same shit, but this one's done way better. And it did say because the title's I Miss Weed. So I think there's a lot of folk trying to get healthy and quit stuff, especially stuff like drink and drugs. So when it probably just folk kind of, I guess, want to hear about stuff like that. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird how you don't even know what's like folk actually want to hear about. It's funny though, I'm still surprised actually anybody even listens to this. And I don't want to make it into like a thing where I'm like talking to like an audience of some sort. Like I want to keep it like I'm just talking to like my pal, like you, or myself. I guess my pal, because it's weird having these conversations with yourself. Because you never really do it out loud. And I've spoken about that before, but most conversations you have with yourself are internally. And it's hard to process them because they're not like a physical real thing. Kind of, it's like ideas are just up in the air and they float in and float out and come and go. Whereas I'm finding if you speak those thoughts out, they become real and a bit more tangible. Especially when you record them, Ken, and you're putting them up like on like YouTube and shit like that. Then they're kind of there forever, unless obviously I delete them. But it's, man, I've just fucking forgot what I was talking about there. Aye. Right. I guess we'll call that then. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is such a cool fucking tree. I've never been here before. Folk obviously come here because there's been loads of shit setting fire and kind of some rubbish in that. So folk obviously come here to party and drink. But it's just a big old tree that's obviously fell there and been dead for ages. So I'll definitely come back here. This is just, again, like 5-minute walk from my house, out my back door. Right, I'll see you tomorrow.